Hey guys, my name is Morgan and welcome to today's video. We have got some more pallets. I'm not actually too sure how many there are, but we do have a lot, and I started with this one last night just because it is extremely hot these couple days, and it's still going to be hot. So I worked a little bit last night, just got one of these things done. But today, seeing as the weather is cooperating a little bit, I'm going to carry on and maybe get another 2 or 3 taken apart, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom and lay them out and see what kind of sizes we can make, what kind of beds we can make, because I've got some more droppers as well. So like the last time, I'm going to cut them in half at a little bit of an angle so we can peg them down in the ground, and we're going to attach our timbers to that. So this is the space we have, and I have a lot of pallets there that I'm going to take apart. So I'm going to take them apart, and seeing as they are all different sizes and different pallets and stuff like that, I'm going to take one pallet, dismantle it, and then see if I can make one bed from one pallet. It doesn't matter what size the bed is, because each pallet has got like different thicknesses and somewhat different widths. So if you check here, this one is quite thin. We come over here, this one's a little bit thicker. So we have different sizes and different pallets, so we're not going to be able to make one exactly the same as the one we have now. So I'm going to take them apart, lay them down the bottom, and see what we can make. So with the dismantled pieces that I have at the moment, I was able to put something together like this, but if you compare it to the other one, it's very small. It's not as big as the other one, obviously, but like I mentioned, they're not going to be all the same size. But what I want to do is I want to try and use as much material as I can. So instead of using one pallet and building a small one and using however many droppers for that, I'm going to try and like mix a whole bunch together, because they're all different sizes. So I've just got to hope that some of them might be similar or the same or something, because they all look different, but some of the sizes are the same. So I'm just going to carry on dismantling, and then I'll put together, because this is 2 different types of pallets put together in one, and it's a little bit small. So I'm thinking, okay, let me see if I can find another one that's got similar measurements, and then I can just add a few pieces on, and then we can make it a bit bigger, because I think the amount of work that I'm going to put into this is going to be too much for the size of the bed I'm going to get out. So I'm thinking, let me just put some more material with it and then build a raised bed, and then it'll be a lot bigger than if I had to just build this one here. So let's carry on and let's see how it goes. After dismantling that one pallet, I've managed to use most of it. So the ones going on the side here, that's all from the pallet I just did now, and those ones there and those ones here are actually from the one that my dad and I did last night. And what I'm going to do as well is these broken pieces, I'm going to come and put them on the end here, and they're going to stand up like this. See if I can get it to balance quickly. So they're going to stand up like this, and I'm going to screw them in from here and screw them in from there, and we're going to have basically one pallet, or like one piece going across there. So by doing that, I'm using less droppers, and I'll be able to just use 2 droppers per bed. So I'm going to have 1 dropper cut in half, so there's going to be 2 pieces there, and there's going to be 2 pieces over there. So that's going to be 2 droppers, 4 pieces, because we're going to cut them in half at that angle like we did with the last one. And this bed is also going to be 2.4 meters by 600 mils, which is the same as the previous bed, which is fantastic, because I actually was hoping that I'd have them looking the same. I don't too particularly want to have different sized beds. If I can make them all the same, cool. If they're not, it's also not too bad. But the main thing that I want to do is have all of them laid out across over here. So I'm glad that I was able to fit 3 that actually made the same length as what 2 did over there. So now what I'm looking for is I need another 1, 2, 3 pieces of 600 mil, and that is what that pallet on top there is going to give us. I measured out and I found one that has got pieces that are 600 long, because I'm having them 2 pallets thick high, which is the same as that one, because there's one at the bottom and there's another one a bit higher. So I finally found one that is going to give me the right pieces of timber, so I'm going to get to dismantling that and we'll be able to fit them out and build this one. With that pallet finally dismantled, we have enough material to now start building. So the next step is to get our droppers cut in half and get 2 in over here, so 1 over there and 1 over there, and then we will be able to start attaching and start building our raised bed. What I did notice is one of these pieces, I think 2 of them, that one over there is also a little bit longer, so I'm just going to have to cut it off over here, and I can use these pieces to help attach the other ones. So now the next step is to get out our saw, cut our droppers and our little excess pieces over here, and we can start assembling. With our 4 droppers that we have in now, the next step is to prepare all of our shorter pieces to become longer pieces. So I'm going to put them like this, and I'm going to drill them, I'm going to screw them in from this side, so they're going to be like this, and then I'm going to screw them in from here, so you don't see this piece sticking on the outside, so then it's going to look like that. So it's basically just making 2 shorter ones into 1 long big one. That is our first piece put together, all 3 of them put together to make 1 long one, which this means that we don't need to use any droppers in the middle like what we have with that one. So that means we can save on some droppers and this will still work perfectly fine. But it is beginning to rain a little bit, so I don't want to have the drill and my phone and stuff like that outside. So I'm going to quickly try and see if I can get this 1 piece onto the droppers, and then that's going to be it for today. have it. The first side is up, and the rain has actually stopped. It was drizzling a little bit and I thought it was going to start coming down properly, and it seems to have stopped, so I'm going to carry on. Maybe just get that one and like the two pieces on the side done, and then we'll call it a day, because the later I go into the day, the worse the quality gets because the light goes away. So I might just get that piece done and this one here, and then we'll call it a day and we'll get the last piece done tomorrow. There we go. That is going to be it for today. We finished up this side here and I got this one done as well. So the only thing left to do is to do the same thing like that with this one over here. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. It's getting a little dark now, especially with the clouds coming over. So I'm gonna carry on tomorrow. It is the next day and we have this last piece to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use these little blocks, and I'm going to use these as these pieces to connect our two shorter planks into one long one. So we don't have any other broken pieces. Those are just broken pieces from all kinds of other planks and stuff while I was taking the pallets apart. And this comes like in the pallet as well. There's these pieces that they use to attach all the planks and stuff. So I'm going to use these and attach the two shorter ones, or the three shorter ones, to make one long one. So I'm going to use these to attach them, and then we'll be able to get this one done. So there we go, that is the last piece in. And what I've also realized, and what I'm quite sure you guys will realize as well, is these things are huge. They very much like protruding out and invading the planting space. So maybe what I can do is I can put one of them like in the middle. So take this one out and put one of them in the middle and attach all four to them. I could try that with the next one. I'm not going to take these things apart and stuff like that now. So that is going to be how it's going to look, and it's not coming too far into the bed. Like there's still this whole space along here to plant in. And if I look at that bed as well, if there was a piece like this right in over here, it's not really taking too much space. So they're going to have to do for now. With the next one, I'm definitely going to be doing another bed today. Then I'll just make a plan and see, maybe I could put 4 on one, and then so just use one block instead of 2. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the final look of the bed. So it's a little bit smaller than the other one, like a tad, and these things are a little bit skew. It is very difficult to knock those things in straight, man alone. So yeah, that's the final bed, and that is also going to be it for this video. I'm going to be getting topsoil in a couple days, and I'll only then be able to fill this thing out. And I'm going to carry on building some other raised beds today, but it's going to be the same process as this video. So that's going to be it for this video. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy.